So this Avanti Brahmana, such a pitashi, so conjuice he was. Not spending anything on the family, nor his relatives, nor his brothers, children. And he was so stingy, he was not using for his own self, for basic needs. And people started hating him. They want to see him dead. They just hate him so much. And gradually, this Pitashi Brahmana stopped the fire sacrifice also. Stopped puja, worshipping, devas, fires. These are all duties of a Brahmana. He stopped everything. He stopped all these things. Even if you see from these chapters of Bhagavatam, agriculture was considered to be a worship. It was not a work actually. I don't know whether I said that in the previous session. Any economy based on agriculture will survive. Because agriculture was not a job, it was considered to be a sacrifice. Plowing land, sowing seed. It is like we are pregnating Mother Earth. And Mother Earth delivers beautiful flowers and fruits and vegetables. And it is a seva actually. Every job has a divinity connected to it. But in Kali Yuga, 99% of the trading and economy, industries, there is zero divinity. That is why we are facing all kinds of problems nowadays. So when Avanti Brahmana becoming so greedy and miser, he stopped fire sacrifice, he stopped worshipping gods, he stopped everything. Then, it is beautifully explained in the shlokas, the moment we take birth in this planet, we are debted to 5 people. Deva Kadam, debted to Devas, Pitra, Brahmana, then we are, Rishi and family. We are debted to gods, we are debted to sages, we are debted to Brahmanas, we are debted to family, and one more I forgot. Devakadam, Rishi, Pitra, forefathers. I don't know, in many Indian families in those days, every day after cooking, after offering food to Vishnu, they take one handful of rice and leave it on the compound wall, leave it in the courtyard, and all the birds and crows and all will come and eat. This is one way of repaying our debts to forefathers. And in Brahmanas, when they sit in front of a meal, they pray to the Brahman and the Panchabhuta, and they take few morsels and keep it in the corner. So Pitrakadam, we have to repay the debts to forefathers, sages and Brahmanas, because Brahmanas and sages, they worship God on behalf of all the living entities. That is why in Gayatri Mantra, a Brahmana chants Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. He chants for the living entity of the 3 planets. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka. A Brahmana is performing sacrifice not only for himself. He is performing sacrifice for all the living entities in 3 planetary systems. That is why we are all debted to Brahmanas and sages. And I am talking about those true sense Brahmanas and sages. Then we are debted to forefathers. Then Devas. Then to our own family. So a man who earns his money, he has to divide it in different sections. Something he will spend for family. And what happens in Krishna consciousness, all these 4 or 5 becomes one. You don't have to do it separately when you become a Vaishnava. When you become a devotee of Govinda, you don't have to do all these separate things. The 5, it becomes two department. 4 in one department and family another. That's all. It just becomes 2. The 5 departments just becomes 2. One is family and the rest is our Krishna conscious satsang. Because there, by offering prasada to Vishnu, food to Vishnu and distributing, automatically we are pleasing devas, we are pleasing ancestors, we are pleasing Vaishnavas, we are pleasing sadhus, rishis. Everything is done by worshipping Vishnu. That is why when we take prasada, we chant this mantra, Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave. Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave. Swalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwaso Naiva Jayate. If you have faith in these 5 things, what are the 5 things? Mahaprasada, Govinda, Nama, holy name, Brahmana, Vaishnava. If you have faith in these 5 things, Swalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwa, just have Vishwasa in these 5 things, life is successful. So by offering prasada, all these depths which is explained in the 11th canto of Bhagavatam, which is explained by Krishna to Uddhava, these depths are mitigated or all attended to. And what this Brahmana did? He stopped doing all these fire sacrifices. He stopped everything. When he stopped all these things, it is like explained in Bhagavatam, as long as people who are walking on earth respect Narayana, Lakshmi Devi will become very happy and like a lotus flower. The lotus flower will open when the sun rises and the lotus flower will close when the sun sets. That's why lotus is sometimes called the daughter or the lover of Surya. When the sun rises, the flower opens. And when the sun sets, the flower closes down. So, Mother Earth is also like that. Bhumi Devi, wife of Narayana. When people glorify Narayana, Bhumi becomes so happy and she opens up. When she opens up, fruits, minerals, the roots, vegetable, flower, water, you get everything. But when people walking on the face of the earth, they stop glorifying Narayana, automatically the flower closes. When Brahmana stopped all these ritualistic activities and everything, then Devas who were blessing Brahmana with so much of money, they stopped blessing him. So what happened? There was a huge loss in his agriculture. The money kept in the house were stolen by thieves and family members. Then he tried investing into multiple businesses. Everything went lost. And there was fire in his house. Nature reacted, relatives reacted, new business venture did not take place, thief came. So when all these things happen in our life, that means just some very bad karma, either very bad karma or gods are displeased with us. These are the 2 reasons. Because of that, all these damages are happening. Either because of our past karma or gods are not very happy with us. So all at the same time in Avanti Brahmana's life, his family members started stealing money. Thieves came and stole money. Fire broke in his house. Agriculture became a loss. And he was trying to make new and business. Everything became loss. He lost everything. Once the money was lost, people were treating him like garbage. That is why we should never be puffed up, egoistic about any blessings in the material life, because it is like a cycle. The person who is in the top will reach the bottom. The guy in the bottom will reach the top. Within moments, we won't even expect. That is why material blessings, some people are very intelligent. Some people are jnanis, very knowledgeable. Some people are very rich. Some are very handsome and beautiful. Some have some extra special talents and skills. We should never become egoistic of that particular quality. because any time it can disappear from us, any time. Just a moment it can disappear.